Our mission is simple. Take.
Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
Well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none at all. We all shall be free.
Open up your eyes, wake the fuck up, America. Elite control your lives with fear, just scaring you with terror on your screen, telling you what to believe. But who benefits from panic, hunger, and greed? Yep, that's how they feed upon the masses like a fucking disease. The only answer is to rise up, get up off your fucking knees. Tap into your inner being like a 33rd degree. I'm planting mental seeds for men to break free of an evil greed. You can't see, cause you ain't believing me, but I'm telling thee that television ain't true. Just professionally manufacturing a fallacy, imbalancing your talents. We tragically waiting for things to fucking change magically and mystically. Rewrite our fucking history. This ain't no bullshit mystery. Unlock the prison with the key. It's in your mind, is the ones to see.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
And they subsidize illness in America. They have to. There's too much money in it.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none at all. We all shall be free.
Fuck the internet, it took away your intellect. It stripped you of respect, so now this is what you're left with. What's the symptoms of distress? Which prescription is the best? The definition of misdirection, doctor's orders, get some rest. This hocus pocus diagnosis got you focusing on stress. These politicians ain't no better fit the description of the devil. Grab your pistols and get ready, cause they're trying to play Geppetto. Yeah, they're trying to pull the strings, have us jumping through the rings, but they treat us like we're property. We're fucking human beings, man. Things are not the way it seems. Rarely see the American dream, cause it's more like a nightmare. Fight fair, yeah, I'll do that when a vote counts. Yeah, I'll do that shit when they don't doubt. Until then, we're all anonymous on a mission, going all out.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
You've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none at all. We all shall be free.
See, there's no money in healthy people, and there's no money in dead people. The money is in the middle. People who are alive, sort of, but with one or more chronic conditions that puts them in need of Celebrex or Nasonex or Valtrex or Lunesta.
They call themselves anonymous. They are hackers on steroids.
Police say they have arrested 3 suspected hackers believed to be part of an international
A
network.
group calling themselves Anonymous has vowed to destroy the Church of Scientology.
Anonymous, the group responsible for Operation Payback, which temporarily crippled the websites of MasterCard, Visa, and PayPal.
We are Legion.
We are Anonymous.
Distributed denial of service, devolved the stack will drag when DOS attacks. Suits without a head get scared and shit. They slash you what we lack. A sense of compassion and justice must be swift. How turn to hurt in the pockets of white supremacists. These nemesis is never this vicious. We troll the net for missions. Evil's your position. Your files get a couple missing. With a post they dissing, posturing and speaking out of fear. Super consciousness, our warriors are virtual bombardiers. We don't forgive, we don't forget. Expect us wasn't no one to protect us. Come together as a legion. Internet unite, connect us. We will make our presence known. We got folks on the megaphones. SQL inject intravenously like it's prednisone. Rebelling on the largest scale. We Jonas came to slay the where we hip. So they slither and swinging them lizards by their tail. We check their mail. We face a profession. Looking beverage when I rhyme. I wake the sheep who's catatonic vestige. Battling the message encapsulated in the rap track. Black facts is project knowledge. Target fact house, but a back fact. And I'm the type of person never had that. Destruction of Chris Fall camp, or the way this ass act. We vigilant, the vigilante, hiding, staking up the anti-cross site. Swift and Felicia Palmer with bunched up panties. Epilepsy foundation, fall from invasion. Turks and Brazilians, Tunisians, even Malaysians.
Gawker website, we pulled that just to have a look about what's going on. It talks about the power people now have on the internet if they want to do this.
Technically speaking, they are heroes because they can solve everything. They are at all of the security systems.
Train event, we rage and give a fuck about a cuss and Club McKay hatch. Profanity, I spew it for the fucking loving cause I can. And who the hell is you to try to change a man? Operation Payback, radical Avenger, Sange, intelligent Israelis with viruses known as Stuxnet. Programming logic controllers and root kiss outside. We need to know, trying to feed the homeless, cops are screaming no. Government and corporate sources, we must defeat our foes as freedom goes. They trying to sniff us out and get the ISPs reverse. And the cameras on computers, feds are eyeing me, Marine Corps, Brick Bradley, man and naked, the Quantico. Maximum security methods with torches, chronicle to Aaron Bar. Forever you will walk around with slash and scar and crash your car. Executives are worship in the morning star. It is bizarre, the people are the ones oppressing people. When will the day come we recognize as equals? Electronic money from Satoshi Nakamoto, spending bitcoins on hoes for they photos with no komodos. Remarkable power, the python is clearing syntax. International Federation of Photo Binge Act. The script kiddies hacking to the mainframe of big cities. YouTube videos for children showing big titties. No pity for the oppressive and get it through your skulls. We were born to change the world, evolving past the hats for laws.
There are hackers which are fighting for some kind of ideological points and hackers who are just doing illegal activities.
Police department goes into certain things and the government goes into certain things. Probably I would put that on the same level as I would someone who goes in and hacks into a site they're not supposed to be on.
The bottom line is, if you have information in a database someplace, consider yourself a potential target.
Expect us. We don't forgive, so don't forget.
Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
Well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none at all. We all shall be free.
Open up your eyes, wake the fuck up, America. Elite control your lives with fear, just scaring you with terror on your screen, telling you what to believe. But who benefits from panic, hunger, and greed? Yo, that's how they feed upon the masses like a fucking disease. The only answer is to rise up, get up off your fucking knees. Tap into your inner being like a 33rd degree. I'm planting mental seeds for men to break free of an evil greed. You can't see, cause you ain't believing me, but I'm telling you that television ain't true. Just professionally manufacturing a fallacy and balancing your talents. We tragically waiting for things to fucking change magically and mystically. Rewrite our fucking history. This ain't no bullshit mystery. I'm locked to prison with the key. It's in your mind, it's the ones to see.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
And they subsidize illness in America. They have to. There's too much money in it.
Illuminati, you'll never take control. Your new world order will lead to none at all. We all
Took away your intellect and stripped you of respect. So now this is what you're left with. What's the symptoms of distress? Which prescription is the best? The definition of misdirection. Doctor's orders, get some rest. This hocus pocus diagnosis got you focusing on stress. Politicians ain't no benefit. The description of the devil. Grab your pistols and get ready, cause they're trying to play Geppetto. Yeah, they're trying to pull the strings, have us jumping through the rings, but they treat us like we're property. We're fucking human beings, man. Things are not the way it seems. Rarely see the American dream, cause it's more like a nightmare right there. Yeah, I'll do that when a vote counts. Yeah, I'll do that shit when they don't doubt. Until then, we're all anonymous on a mission going on.
Illuminati, you've come to take control. You can take my heartbeat, but you can break my soul. We all shall be free.
But to get back, you gotta say, I'm a human being.
money in healthy people, and there's no money in dead people. The money is in the middle. People who are alive, sort of, but with one or more chronic conditions that puts them in need of